Yeah, I think it's a real positive for college football, and it'll help a program like ours. But I think it's good for everybody really across the nation. So I applaud them on that one.
The logo on midfield, water tower logo. What's next in the news for the Hawks?
You never know. The only ironic part, the water tower from our bench. I don't know if we're going to have an obstructed view on that one, but I think up in the stands they'll be able to see it. So it's a great thing. It's a great stroke, certainly.
You mentioned the obstructed view. What have you noticed out of that new end zone? What do you think it's going to mean to the stadium?
You know, it's interesting. We were down there for the spring game back in April, and that was one perspective. But down there a week plus ago for the Ladies Football Academy. And now that it's filled in, it really just has a whole different feel. So the elevation's pretty impressive. From a coaching standpoint, it's going to be nice and noisy down there, so I'm all in favor of that.
Is that part of the changing landscape of college football, just making stadiums bigger, making every facilities better?
Well, I think when I got here in '81, that was going on, 1981, and certainly it's been continuing ever since that time. It's not a new phenomenon of college sports, but no question. I mean, we feel very fortunate, whether you talk about the Hanson Performance Center, the stadium renovations that have gone on. This is the second one now in less than a decade or whatever it is, 12 years. So a lot of positive things. It's all great for not only for our players, but I think for our fans.
Have you talked about how you're going to maybe manage that 4-game thing? Because it opens up so many possibilities there.
Yeah, there are at both ends, really at both
right.
ends. So I think there's probably some benefit at the front end, but certainly there is in the last month of the season. And then the quarterback situation's a very unique position, and that would have come in handy a couple times historically over the last 19 years.
Yeah, right.
Do you look back at that and think, man, what could have been if you could have a couple guys extra
Well,
year?
yeah, I mean, Tate and Nate are both in that category, so you think about that, it's pretty good rule that way.
This Nicky Sargent, can you talk about him? Is he on your team yet from Iowa Western?
Yeah, he actually joined us a while back now. And,
okay. Oh, really?
He's a guy that we've been watching really with a lot of interest. Calvin saw him in the postseason game up in the Unidome back in December, and that really kind of piqued our interest. So it really just kind of depended on our management of our roster and how things went. And, we had an opening, felt like it was a great fit for us, and just excited to have him join our football team.
And one other player I did talk to, Brandon Snyder, seems like he's really doing well on the comeback trail. Has he checked off all the boxes for you in terms of what he needs to do to be back on the field week 1?
He has, and everything medically is positive as well. So, it's just full speed ahead now, and he's doing a great job. Happy he's back with us, and 2 weeks now, and he hasn't had any issues at all medically.
Yeah, like leadership-wise and stuff, has he reclaimed the reins?
He's got to earn his way back in, but I think it's just a matter of time because he's a really respected player and tremendous young man.
When you saw the response to the water tower, was it kind of comical about how much people were waiting for that to happen, how long people were waiting for that to happen?
Well, when I got here in '81, it was 2 years after the Tiger Hawk had been introduced, and it's a fair question what took so long. I'm sure there's an obvious answer to it. Nobody's made it evident yet, but yeah, it's interesting.
Didn't Hayden bring that up way back in the day about painting the water tower? Or?
I don't remember him talking about it, but it just seemed like a natural, really natural step.
Yeah.
But or some type of an emblem being up there. But this is better late than never, I guess. Right? It's a good thing.
What do you think about the success of the Wave T-shirts? 2,000 sold over the weekend, and then 2 of the 3 wives that created those are wives of your players.
Absolutely good. Yeah. John and Sonny.
Yeah, the character of that, the character of your players is.
Yeah, I think just like the wave was such a neat thing and so organic, and the same thing with these T-shirts. And I was actually recently talking to John about that, and Sonny. They had no idea it would take off like that, like the wave, the same thing. So. I think they were just under $500,000 in what they gained last fall, and that's fantastic. But the big thing is they want every penny to go to the Children's Hospital, and that's kind of been the spirit of the Ladies Football Academy as well. But like the wave, it's just fantastic. And I applaud all of them involved.
One more maybe. Judging by Nate's comments last week, does it seem like he's taking that next step in leadership in the quarterback position?
Well, yeah, I think, it's funny, you take some steps backward when you graduate players, and we certainly did that at several key positions this past year. But on the flip side, you think about Nate last year, he's competing for that starting job right up until game week, basically. So where he's at now compared to, he's played 13 games, he's got a lot more confidence, learned the hard way. There's nothing easy about going out playing, competing. So I think, it's just natural. He's a lot more confident now. He knows full well there's a lot more to be gained still. But I think he's enjoying that part of it and seemed a lot more comfortable out there this past spring.
Thanks, man. Thank you.